Hi friends! How is everybody? So, we've all been in quarantine for at least a few weeks. For me, it's definitely been a month. And I know that we're all turning to different hobbies, finding out different ways to spend our time. I know a lot of you are doing the virtual school thing and figuring out how to navigate that, while also trying to, make sense of the weather. When it's nice, it's probably really easy to be busy outside, and then there's days where it just snows all day and you're really trapped inside and you need something to do. For me, that thing has been turned to making stuff in the kitchen. So I'm going to show you quickly how to make a little treat, a little healthy treat. They're just called, I don't really have a name for them, sunflower seed energy bites or something like that. It's very simple, and all of the ingredients are stuff that hopefully you have at home, or they're easily accessible. If not, I'm sure there's some easy substitutes. So let's get started. We need something like a bowl. It's a 1-bowl recipe, which makes it nice and simple. So I'll post an ingredient list later in case you guys want to recreate it, but I'll also talk you through it. So we're going to start with shredded coconut. I have these. I like to buy a lot of my stuff in bulk, so I had picked it up and put it in my own little jar. So we got a 1/2 cup of that. You can get sweetened or unsweetened. I like to try to keep my sugar content low because I have a big sweet tooth, so I try to get natural sugars as much as possible, like fruits and stuff. Otherwise, I washed my hands before I started the video, don't worry. Otherwise, I just eat way too much sugar. And even still, I probably eat more than I should. Okay, next ingredient is 1/2 cup of sunflower seeds. I have some. I also like to buy it in bulk. Okay, let's see what's next here. We are going to do our chia seeds. Just need a little teaspoon of those. So I've got my handy teaspoon ring here. Put that in there. We will do a tablespoon of flax, ground flax seed. Another item I get in bulk, but it's this really pretty golden color. I get all of my bulk stuff at Sprouts. Not sponsored by them, but always a good shout out to my favorite grocery store. A little bit of sweetener here. We've got some maple syrup. Ooh, fresh bottle. So the reason I chose this one is because it is really easy to make. It's 1 bowl. It's also allergen friendly. There's no gluten or dairy or nuts in this recipe. Although you can easily, if you're not a big fan of sunflower seeds, I know not everybody is, you can easily substitute that out for any kind of nut butter. I actually happen to just have on hand a whole bunch of sunflower stuff. So now what we're going to use to glue it all together is our sunflower seed butter. We're going to put a 1/3 cup of that in. So I've got a spoon here because I can't just stick this in the jar. The cool thing about sunflower seeds is that they're super high in healthy fat. And I know that sometimes we're told that it's not good to have fat in our diet, but the truth is it's not good to have bad fat in your diet. There's a lot of fats in oil and grease from things like French fries and other fast foods, or even our favorite potato chips or whatever, that it just clogs up our system. But our healthy fats actually help us stay full and have the energy that we need to do our favorite activities like climb or bike or run or whatever we really like to do. They're a good source of fiber and protein, so they keep you full longer. You've probably heard about fiber and protein a lot. Get protein from things like meat and eggs, but you can also get it from nuts and seeds. And Fiber is really good for you because it helps keep you full long and helps your digestion so that your body can function properly. So we've got that in there. Let's see, we'll add a little splash of vanilla for a little extra sweetness here. Try not to make a mess, huh? Let's see what we got here. 1/2 teaspoon. Let's see that. Okay. There's that. Earlier, I put in the chia seeds and the ground flax seeds, and those are really good for us. They kind of seem like small little things, but they have so many nutrients in them. They're also high in the good fats, the omega-3s, and they're also rich in fiber that help keep you full, helps you avoid those peaks and valleys in energy levels. You know, maybe because you're younger, you don't necessarily notice how your energy levels are, but it might be a good practice to think about when you wake up, if you feel like you have a lot of energy, or right after you eat breakfast, and then how long does it take before you're hungry again or get a little grumpy or a little bit hangry. I know that if I don't eat foods that keep me full, then I'm eating much more frequently because I'm trying to keep my body happy so that my energy levels are high. All right, I need a spoon. Okay, 1 bowl, we've got everybody in there. We're gonna start mixing it up. There's lots of options for how you can make this kind of something that you really like. If you don't like coconut, that's fine. Leave it out. It's just a nice little texture thing and helps bind everything together. If you want a little extra sweetness, you can add some chocolate in, or some dried cranberries or raisins. Those are all good options. Otherwise, you can kind of just keep it simple as is. And as you can see, this was super fast. And depending on how comfortable your parents are with you being in the kitchen by yourself, this is definitely one of those things that you can do by yourself because it doesn't require the oven, it doesn't require the stove, and it just uses 1 bowl and a couple of measuring cups and spoons. So I've got it all, I don't know if you can see, got it all mixed together. It's all clumpy, gooey here. Mix it up a little bit more. See, I need a place to set my stuff. Now the fun part. I take off my jewelry so I don't get it all messy. And then you just grab some with your hands and you roll it up into a ball. You can make it as big or as little as you want. I'm going to try to keep it consistent so that I can snack on them later, or maybe right now, because I've definitely been craving a snack. So it comes out like this, and you just kind of moosh it together. I would let them dry out a little bit and then store them in the fridge, and they'll keep for up to like a week or so if they last that long, because they're quite delicious. You want to make it a little bit thicker and not as sticky. You can add some oats in there. It's another great source of fiber. And so, my hands are a little messy, forgive me. But we got our little ball here. Delicious. I'm just putting them over here on a pan. Should make close to, it depends on how big you make your balls, 8 to 12. I hope that this was a cool idea for you. If you guys have any other snacks you'd like to see me try to make, or something that you've created and you want to share that, feel free to shoot me an email, and I would love to collaborate with you. I hope everyone has a great start to their week, or whenever you watch this, a great end to your week, middle of your week, wherever you're at. I hope it's great. Okay, friends, have a good one.